Hello and welcome to the second session of Bioinformatics playlist. So today it's a Q&A section. It's for GAT B 2021 or any GAT B examination. So this particular playlist is dedicated for those who have problem with bioinformatics and are trying to prepare for bioinformatics in the last moment. So there would be 10 questions and 20 minutes. Each of the questions are designed in such a way that it would help your preparation. So stay tuned till the end. But before that, let me tell you, if you are dreaming for MSc or in PhD examinations and want to crack it, then there could be several confusions in your mind right now that how to prepare for it. Your concepts are weak. What are the good resource? One of the good resource is Unacademy, which is a learning app, and there are many courses in Unacademy which can help your preparation, such as this one. Endeavor batch of JAM 2022 is starting from 4th August, so you can subscribe to that if you are preparing for IIT JAM. Similarly, other batches for statistics and many other subjects are starting in the same learning app. It's kind of like a one destination for every preparation. You just need to download the app, then click on the link in the description which is provided. Everything is in the link, and then you can use my code AP10 to get a 10% discount or free access. Okay, so in Unacademy, the educators help you to analyze all the trend and you can prepare accordingly. So it really helps in your preparation. Okay, let's get back to our question answer session. Question number 1. Let me read that out for you. Which of the following things can be obtained from a sequence database? Option A, FASTA format sequences of protein or DNA. Option B, accession number and references. C, annotations and keywords. D, all of the above. So one of the most important topic in GAT-B is several databases, and you need to know what are the basic informations that you can obtain from a database and where you can possibly use that. So all of these informations are obtained from a database. If it's a sequence database, either DNA sequence or protein sequence can be obtained with the accession number, cross-reference, annotations, and keywords. So the basic contents of the database are these things. References, taxonomic data are sometimes there. Other than that, cross-references, documentation, bibliography, all of these things are present. Question number 2. Which of the following statement is or are true? The search engine used by GenBank is Enters. PubMed is a bibliographic database. UniProt knowledge base is an example of secondary database. All of the statements are correct. If you have guessed it correctly, the option is option D. Dash is the microarray gene expression database. GEO, MMDB, DDBJ, EMBL. So whenever you perform a microarray, you deposit your raw data files in Gene Expression Omnibus or GEO. So here is the GEO site which is under NCBI, and you can deposit your data there, and it is mandatory nowadays to deposit your data, what you obtain from any kind of like experiment from some patients or some population or mutants. You have to deposit that in GEO server. Okay, question number 4. Protein sequence related information can be obtained from which of the following databases? DDBJ, NCBI, PDB, both B and C. Correct answer is both B and C. Looking at DDBJ, you can understand it's a DNA database for Japan. So obviously the confusion arises between NCBI and PDB. Yes, NCBI do have DNA sequence information, but it also have protein sequence information, right? And PDB has all the protein primary structure information in that. So option B and C both are correct. Question number 5. There are two statements given. Statement 1, GenBank coordinates with individual labs and their sequence databases such as those in the European Molecular Biology Lab or DNA Databank of Japan. Statement 2 says the National Center for Biotechnology Information, NCBI, is the part of United States National Library of Medicine, a branch of National Institute of Health. Both the statements are correct. One is correct, but 2 is incorrect. 2 is correct, but 1 is incorrect, and both are incorrect. So both of these statements are correct about GenBank and NCBI. Question number 6. what is the source of protein info structure in SCOP or cath? So whatever is, so SCOP and cath both have annotations about proteins, but what is the raw information, source of raw information on which it is annotated? And the correct option is protein data bank, which is a primary data bank, and all the information is retrieved from that, and several layers of information is added in cath and SCOP. Which of the following statements about SCOP is incorrect regarding its features? So let me tell you, SCOP, cath, these kind of databases are very important. Their operation, where you can use them, and information about them is really important for this examination. So let's read out the options. Proteins with same shapes but having little sequence functional similarity are placed in different superfamilies and are assumed to have only a very distant common ancestor. Proteins having the same shape and some similarity of sequences and or functions are placed in families. SCOP was created in 1994 in the Center of Protein Engineering and in the University College London. Then it aims to determine evolutionary relationship between proteins. And the incorrect option that you have to mark here is basically C. Now, University College London is responsible for cath, not for SCOP, and all the other information defines what can you do with a SCOP and how you can classify proteins in that. Shortly, I would upload a video on SCOP and cath both, where we discuss this in details. But SCOP and cath are really important. Which of the following is not a member database of Interpro? So Interpro is another database, big database, where you have annotations about families and all. So SCOP is not a member. Actually, 11 members are present in this SCOP, including ProCite, PIR, PFAM, Panther, all of these. But SCOP is not in the list. cath is there. Question number 9. Informations that can be obtained from UniProt. UniProt is another secondary database, and you need to know what kind of information you can obtain from UniProt. Obviously, you have to go to the UniProt website to understand. But anyway, let us look at the options. A. Description of the function of protein, information about domain structure and post-translational modification. This thing. And second statement says minimal level of redundancy and high level of integration with other databases. Option C says both A and B, and last option says none of the information is correct. Both option A and B are correct. Now this particular question summarizes all the important aspects about these databases, which are absolutely essential for this GAT-B examination, and you have encountered these names so far. So let us quickly understand and try to identify the mismatch. So the options which are not mismatched is a quick description of these databases. PDB, it's a primary database for three-dimensional structured data of large biological molecules such as protein and nucleic acid. SCOP, the structural classification protein database, is largely manual classification of protein structural domains based on similarities of their structures and amino acid sequences. cath, the cath protein structure classification database is a free, publicly available online resource that provides information about evolutionary relationship. UniProt, it's an example of primary database containing protein sequence related information only. Now let me tell you, UniProt, we already encountered that it's a secondary database. It has layers of informations like post-translational modifications, its function, involvement in diseases, subcellular localization, and many more. So UniProt is not a primary database. UniProt knowledge base is basically a secondary or derived database. cath, SCOP, and PDB, these things, all the informations given here are correct. So these are your quick reference right now. Now let me quickly browse you through about these four aspects. This is PDB. Go to PDB's website and you understand how you can operate or browse through PDB. You just have to enter a protein name here, let's say hemoglobin or anything, and they would give you all the information, 3D structure information regarding it. So extracrystallographic structure, NMR structure, all of these things can be found in PDB. Then comes SCOP. So SCOP, as the name suggests, structural classification of proteins. It tells you what SCOP stands for, and in a short video we'll talk about SCOP in details. Then comes CAT, and we talked about how CAT can be useful for our applications. Lastly, UniProt. Briefly, UniProt is a secondary database. It has two parts, SwissProt and TRMBL. It has layers of information, and in separate video I'll be showing you how you can use UniProt to get information about protein and what kind of information you can obtain from protein. So I hope these sets of 10 questions are really helpful for your preparation. For further preparation about other topics like biotechnology, cell biology, immunology, etc., you can check out all my playlist. Every link is provided in the description. You would get it. And if you like this video, give it a quick thumbs up. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You can follow me in Instagram and Facebook. All the links are provided in the description as well as in the about section. Thank you guys. Thanks for listening. Do let me know in the comment. If you have any suggestion, do let me know. Thank you.